Hello and happy Thanksgiving. What a beautiful time of year to pause and just think about the many blessings of our lives. I was scrolling through Amazon a couple of weeks ago trying to find a particular book to order, and this journal popped up on the screen, and of course I had to order it. It's called The Gratitude Journal for Women. Now, many of you know that I've been a journaler for a long time, and that journaling turned into a passion for writing, which turned into a couple of books being published. And so I am a believer in writing thoughts and prayers and ideas and stories, and I've often journaled through problems and challenging situations in my life. But something about the Gratitude Journal for Women just jumped off the page at me. You see, I have really been trying to be a person of gratitude in my life. It's something that I've become more aware of the last couple of years, and it's just a quality that I want to live out as a woman, as a human being, as a mom, a wife, a grandma, an entrepreneur. I want to live life with a spirit of gratitude. You know, as humans, it is so easy to fall into the thought process of what's not going right, what's going wrong, what we don't have. We need a bigger house. We wish we had a different car. You know, the kids are grumbling and complaining. They don't have this or that. We tend to, fall into this mindset of grumbling and complaining. And it's easy to go there because as humans, we have goals and dreams and desires of our hearts. And when those things don't play out or don't live themselves out in our lives as we think they should, it's easy to fall into a mindset of negativity. And I don't know about you, but I find that when I start walking down that path of negativity, of grumbling, of complaining, of being disappointed in someone or upset about something that didn't turn out the way I expected, I kind of fall into this chasm of self-pity. And in the last couple of years, I've really strived to become more of a person of gratitude. And what I find is that pausing to think about things that I'm thankful for, that I'm grateful for, whether they're little things or big things, will literally turn my entire mindset around. It's amazing. You know, I was doing some in-depth study this week about the word gratitude, and I found that the word gratitude actually first showed up in the mid-15th century. It was adapted from a Latin word gratitudinem, which means thankfulness. Gratitude came to express deep reciprocal appreciation for kindnesses received. Deep reciprocal appreciation for kindness received. You know, as a woman of faith, we are often taught how to be more Christ-like or how to live our lives for God. And we're taught about we should pray more. We should, read our Bibles more. We should be kind more. We should give more. But something that I find very interesting is I don't often hear about being more grateful on a daily basis. So today I wanted to chat with you about how to take a daily dose of vitamin G and how that can change your life. How a daily dose of vitamin G, G is for gratitude, can change your life. There's an article I read this week called The 10 Science-Backed Benefits of Practicing Gratitude. And I found it absolutely fascinating. Did you know there are 10 benefits, science-based, how gratitude can truly change our hearts and our minds and our lives? Gratitude plays a critical role in happiness. Focusing on the positive boosts our body, mind, and spirit. It gives us energy. It inspires us. It transforms us. And it provides life with meaning by thinking of life as a gift. I love that. Gratitude helps us think about life as a gift. Every day is a gift. Waking up in the morning, feet hitting the floor, taking another breath, having another chance, getting to press restart or reset, going to mend a broken relationship, receive or give forgiveness, hug somebody, smile at somebody, shake a hand. All of these are tiny blessings of life that we have the opportunity to do every single day of our lives. I wrote some notes in my journal called the Gratitude Journal for Women. And I wrote down, and this is what I want to share with you. I think it's absolutely fascinating, the 10 benefits of gratitude taken by this study by Dr. Robert Emmons. He is the world's leading scientific expert on gratitude. He conducted a study of gratitude journals, and he found that when people regularly engage in gratitude, they experienced measurably, psychologically, physically, and interpersonally greater benefits in life. Their measure of happiness elevated in every area of their life when they engaged in a regular regimen of gratitude. And I would call that our daily dose of vitamin G. Here they are, the top 10 benefits of gratitude. Number 1, it makes you feel better. And just overall, our lives feel better and more positive. Number 2, people that engage in regular doses of gratitude experience higher levels of positive emotions like optimism, enthusiasm, love, happiness. Number 3, these people are kinder and more generous to others. Number 4, folks that are truly grateful have fewer physical problems, including pain. I thought that was fascinating. There's a mind-body connection. There's actually a mind-body-soul connection. And that's a whole series of talks that I'll have to do some major studying on. But I find that, and I see in life, people that are grateful, people that are positive, that are excited about the day, that feel blessed, have greater physical ailments than those that don't. People that are grateful exercise more regularly, and they eat healthier. Interesting. They sleep better. That's number 6. They visit the doctor more regularly for checkups. In other words, there's a self-care, there's a love for oneself and a gratitude for the bodies that we've been given and the desire to want to take great care of it. Eat better, sleep better, be more healthy, physical checkups. Number 8, these people feel less stressed. Wow, that one hits me big time. In the journey that I've traveled the last few years with a thyroid challenge and a connection with the stress levels in my life that I've really had to deal with to kind of bring that stress down, gratitude is an interesting and critical part of that journey. Number 9, these people are able to cope with stress more effectively and recover more quickly from stressful situations. I find that to be true. And number 10, grateful people live longer on average. Being thankful adds 7 years to our lives. Wow. You know, I've shared a little bit about my wonderful, amazing grandmother, Marge, my Sitty Marge. And I would just like to end with this story about her, because as I was reading this article on gratitude and really thinking about the level of gratitude in my own life, I was reminded about a story about my Sitty Marge. You know, she passed away this past May, actually the day after my 50th birthday. And she was 96 years old. Such an amazing, courageous, beautiful, positive woman. But her life wasn't easy. She went through many difficulties, many hardships, the loss of loved ones. She lived without her husband for 30 years as a widow. She lost all of her friends and siblings. They all went on to be with the Lord before her. She had surgeries and back pains and ailments. However, whenever I would call her on the phone, and I tried to call her about once a week and just say hello, I would say, "Hey, Sitty," and she would say, "Hey, baby, how are you?" She would start asking me about my kids, my husband, how was I doing? She was never one to talk about herself or complain. And when I finally got a chance, I would say, Siti, how are you doing? And she would say, baby, I am so blessed. I got nothing to complain about. God is good. Life is good. I'm so blessed. And that statement, that response that she would have to the question, how are you? Instead of rattling on all of her aches and pains and ailments and sadnesses, the response of, baby, I am so blessed, taught me more than any other lesson in life that I could have learned on gratitude, which is look for the good in our lives. Focus on the good. What we focus our minds on expands. So if we're focusing on the good and the blessings and the kindnesses and the friendships, then those things expand in our lives. When we focus on the negative and the complaining and the things that don't go right and the things that don't go well, those things expand. I don't know about you, but I want to live a life of gratitude. I want to live a life where all of the good expands in my life and the negative just decreases and goes away. And maybe it never goes away, but that's okay. Research shows that when we are thankful, we love our lives. We want to make sure we stick around long enough to enjoy them. I love that. When we're grateful, we take care of ourselves. We love our lives. We may not agree with everything in our lives. I'm not saying we're walking the perfect life. I'm not saying we're walking a life without challenges. God knows. I just published a book called Souls in the Sand, and it is about 13 women who share extremely challenging seasons of life, but God's faithfulness carried them through. And they began to step and soar in their lives, step through those situations and soar when they saw that God never left them and his faithfulness was there and the blessings remained. And there was so much more positive to look at and to focus on and think about. I want to close with this. The Bible has so many dozens, probably hundreds of scriptures on being thankful, being grateful. My favorite place to go in the Bible, when I start my quiet time, my prayer time, my devotion time every day, I typically start with a psalm. I go to the book of Psalms because the Psalms are full of praise and thanksgiving. I'll mention a couple to you that you can start with. I love Psalm 23. Oh my goodness, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet, still waters. He restores my soul. He anoints my head with oil. My cup overflows. What a wonderful blessing of gratitude to pray every day. Lord, my cup overflows. And then be aware, be cognizant to think about all the ways that your cup overflows. The Psalms are full of beautiful prayers of praise and thanksgiving. Go to Psalm 100. Go to Psalm 107. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His steadfast love endures forever. There are scriptures throughout the Old and New Testament. And I will possibly offer a part 2 of this, but I just want to encourage you all to tell you happy Thanksgiving. Establish a regimen of gratitude in your life. Take a daily dose of vitamin G and see how your life and your mind and your soul will change for the better. Love you so much and have a blessed holiday.